go, go, go! Let's do this.
Yo, what is going on, you guys? This is Gaming with Sal and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I want to go ahead and talk about the whole survival mode issue that's going on within Modern Warfare. And most of you guys probably do already know this, but it was confirmed that the survival mode back from Modern Warfare 3 will be making a return here in Modern Warfare 2019. However, it's only going to be available on day one for PS4 players only. And why is that? Well, that's because the survival mode will be an exclusive piece of content of the game that will only be available to PlayStation users for a full year. So that's right, until October 2020, everybody on the Xbox One and the PC will not get to experience the survival mode, which, trust me, I have a lot of thoughts about this and I will dive right into it. But before I go ahead and do that, I do want to make it clear that I am aware that I'm kind of late to this news in terms of talking about it. But once again, I just got very busy with school and that is why I didn't get the time to share my thoughts about this until now. And on top of that, I do want to go ahead and also mention that I did see the campaign trailer for Modern Warfare, and I gotta say, it looks amazing. The way Captain Price and all these different characters were interacting, the dialogue, the sceneries, the graphics, and the visuals, everything looked amazing. At one point, I couldn't even believe that I was actually watching a trailer for a Call of Duty title because of how amazing it looked. So when it comes down to the storyline of this game and, you know, just playing the campaign in general, I am super excited to get my hands on it, which is saying a lot because I personally haven't touched Call of Duty campaigns in so long. Like, it's been years since I've actually played a proper Call of Duty campaign. So the fact that Infinity Ward has hooked me on so much to the point where I want to go ahead and give it a try myself, that says a lot. And just like me, a lot of people were blown away by this campaign trailer until the end of it, because there was one specific version of this trailer where at the end they went ahead and teased the survival mode, which I'm pretty sure got everyone excited at first. But when the message popped up saying play on the PS4 first, everyone was like, wait, why? And then the news broke out that this mode is going to be a one-year exclusive piece of content for the PlayStation users. So you already know that got the entire Xbox and PC community really riled up because, first of all, no one likes DLC exclusivity or just exclusivity in general. And for them to go ahead and do this with an entire mode now, that's pretty nuts. And here's the thing, I just called it a mode, but technically, according to Infinity Ward, the survival mode is only going to be 1% of what Spec Ops is going to be made of. So at the end of the day, I really don't know if I should be calling it a mode, but the reason why I am is because there has been a lot of people for a while now who have wished for the survival mode to come back to this year's Call of Duty title, even before Modern Warfare was officially known as Modern Warfare. Like the days where we used to call this game Modern Warfare 4, people were like, they want to see the survival mode come back. And when they went ahead and announced crossplay a few months ago, people probably got even more excited because they're like, whoa, not only is there a chance that survival mode comes back, but there's a chance that we can cross-play this mode with our friends from different consoles. However, that is not going to be the case because of this exclusivity deal that PlayStation has with Activision. So here's my thoughts on it. I feel like that 1 year is definitely way too long, and I'm pretty sure everyone agrees with that who is pretty much upset when hearing this. I mean, it would have made more sense if, you know, they did it for like a month first and then released it to the Xbox and PC players, just like how DLC was kind of handled back in Black Ops 4. And the problem with this whole entire 1 year exclusivity thing is, at the end of the day, when it comes down to October 2020, no one is going to be interested in wanting to play this mode anymore. Like at that point, Infinity Ward shouldn't even waste their time trying to update the game for Xbox and PC players to add this mode in, because people will probably move on to the next Call of Duty or a new game, because let's just be honest, that's the way Call of Duty works. Even though we're hyped about Modern Warfare right now, I'm pretty sure by October 2020 it's going to become super irrelevant to the point where something like survival mode will not get any sort of attention. So I really don't see the point of them calling this an exclusive for the PS4 and then saying that it's going to come out for the other consoles later on. You might as well just say that this mode was specifically made for the PS4 from day one, and that's pretty much how it went. So that's really, really unfortunate in my opinion. I own a PS4 myself, and even I agree that this is very frustrating to hear, because I wanted to play survival with my friends over on Xbox and PC, but now I can't do that. So I don't know. And like I said, this alienates a large amount of players. I mean, you know how many people out there probably own an Xbox One or a PC that play Call of Duty? These guys will not get to ever touch this mode, and if they do, they probably won't care about it, like I said earlier, which really goes against their entire mentality when working on this game. Like, who remembers a few months ago where we were told that this game was designed in a way where they want everybody to be connected at all times, which is why we have crossplay, which is why we don't have, DLC map packs anymore and stuff like that. They want us to be on the same page no matter what console we're on, but by doing this with the entire survival mode, they're kind of going against that. So at the end of the day, it just doesn't make any sense. But for some reason, I feel like this wasn't Infinity Ward's decision, because they went ahead and actually responded back to fans through Twitter that were upset that this survival mode won't be coming to the Xbox One and PC on the day the game launches. So the fact that they're acknowledging this and they understand the disappointment that's coming from fans shows that they're probably not the ones who made the final call when making this decision. But at the end of the day, none of us know exactly what's going on in terms of the business side of things over at Infinity Ward and Activision. But I don't know, if I were to guess, I feel like Activision was more involved in this decision than Infinity Ward was. But seeing how they went ahead and actually responded back to fans and acknowledged that people are disappointed, they will most likely mention this when October rolls around, which is the same time that they're actually going to reveal the Spec Ops mode according to their roadmap until the game launches on October 25th. So I'm pretty sure our questions will be answered, such as, will this mode actually get the support throughout the entire year for people who are on PS4, or will it just stay the same like it did on the day the game launched? Like, will there be more maps that will be added for survival? Will there actually be challenges that are tied with survival? Are there going to be camos that are tied with survival? We really don't know the answers to these questions. I personally think the answer is no, and that the way survival is going to come out on the day the game launches is how it's going to stay throughout the entire year. Sort of like how the specialist stories were in Black Ops 4. Like, they didn't really do anything with it, and they didn't really do anything with the specialist HQ. I feel like that's exactly what survival is going to be like, because imagine if they did add challenges, or if they did add special camos that you can get through survival. That would be totally unfair at that point. And if they did this, then I would definitely not be able to defend them whatsoever. I would actually side with all of you guys who have an Xbox and PC at that point. But like I said, I am 100% confident that they will go ahead and talk about the survival mode a lot when it comes down to the reveal date for the Spec Ops mode. But at the same time, I don't know why, I feel like maybe, just maybe, we should give the benefit of the doubt to Infinity Ward. And I know it's easier for me to say that since I own a PS4 and I will be getting this mode the day the game comes out, but according to Infinity Ward, they're claiming that the survival mode is only going to make up about 1% of the entire Spec Ops mode, which I don't know if I completely believe. Like, I'm not saying that the people over at Infinity Ward who are saying this are liars, because of course there's going to be way more other content that's coming with Spec Ops this year, especially since they're hyping it up and saying that it's not going to be anything like you've seen before. But what I'm saying is that the survival mode will play a huge role for, like I said, a lot of fans who have been looking forward to it before Modern Warfare was even officially announced. So maybe to them, yeah, it's really 1% of the entire Spec Ops mode, but you never know how the fans view it in terms of how much they were looking forward to this. So maybe that's something that they'll have trouble in terms of convincing Xbox and PC players about, like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. You guys will still get a lot more cool content. Survival is nothing compared to what we're working on. You never know if that's actually going to work when it gets revealed later on this October. But like I said, you never know if there's going to be a lot more coming to Spec Ops, and we haven't seen what those things could be. So maybe we should just wait it out for a little bit until we get to see what we're fully dealing with, and then decide from there whether or not this whole survival mode situation is really as serious as we think it is. But along with this, they went ahead and also confirmed that the survival mode will be the only piece of content that is exclusive within the game. So basically, to break it down once more, everyone, Xbox, PC, PS4 players, will get the Spec Ops mode day one. They will get the Spec Ops mission. They will get everything that comes with Spec Ops. The only thing the Xbox and PC players won't get is the survival mode. Everything else coming to Modern Warfare, everybody from all consoles will be getting it. Now, even though I was trying to look at the positives of the situation, in the end, we did establish that this is something that, of course, no one is happy about, but it also gets me thinking about what could happen in the future, right? I mean, right now, it's just the survival mode. What if one day they decide to go ahead and lock off even more important modes in regards to the game they're working on behind exclusivity deals? At that point, even though they're going ahead and pushing out, post-launch content for free and keeping DLC map packs away, they're also not doing themselves a favor and kind of going backwards by locking modes and certain things that make the game complete behind, like I said, exclusivity deals. So at the end of the day, even though the survival mode may not be as important as something like multiplayer, or for many people out there, it's still important for a few fans who are actually looking forward to it. And on top of that, it starts off with something small like this, and you never know how much more serious serious it can get later on. So this is something that is worrying me. I mean, Activision has done this before with games such as Destiny, and that's led to situations where the company Bungie, who made these Destiny games, cut ties with Activision. So we already know that stuff like this can get really iffy. Of course, it's harder for Call of Duty since there are multiple developing studios working on multiple different games at once. So the chances of all three studios kind of cutting ties with Activision probably won't happen. But the point is, exclusivity deals could be the next big thing that could kill or really hurt the Call of Duty franchise. In the end, that's my thoughts about this entire situation and just my overall thinking process about it whenever I start thinking about the topic. But this is where I want to go ahead and ask you guys. For all of you guys who are on the Xbox and PC, how do you feel about not getting the survival mode day one? And for those of you guys on the PlayStation 4, how do you guys feel even though we are going to be getting it? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below if you guys want to go ahead and share them, but that's pretty much all I have for you guys in today's video. So if you guys enjoyed it, please go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe, click the bell icon so you'll never miss an upload, and follow me on my social media accounts to stay connected. Links will all in the description below, and I will go ahead and talk to you guys in the next one. So take care of yourselves and bye.